Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live. It's going down, baby. Burning through ashes, trying to make comments. Welcome, y'all. Burn Live, y'all, where we burn through some conversation, trying to ask y'all some common sense. I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm your host, Capiche. With me today, I have my boy, Money Demon. How you doing, Captain?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
All right. Okay, I went too far. In sports, not too good. You know what I'm saying? It looks tragic. Come on, dog. You gonna have Democrats knocking. Hey, you gonna have Democrats knocking at my door. Do. Yeah, we don't trust you. We trust what you do, folks. It's somebody I was watching the other day, dog. They got a nice gun bracket on their back, and I was like, oh yeah, I think that'll be cool.
Yeah.
What? Don't Quincy? What's his name? Quincy? Don't he got a nice gun rack in his background? Or used to?
Quincy? Who's Quincy?
I always say his name wrong. What's that dude name?
Destiny?
Destiny. I don't know what Quincy. I don't know. I always call it that. My bad.
A female name?
My bad, Destiny, Quincy, whatever your name is. I don't be trying to mess his name up.
Nah, Destiny, he got some cool guns in his background. He just like me, a libtard with a lot of guns.
Just a big talker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the hell? If they still on? Okay. I was looking for. So, you know, y'all, I be on TikTok from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 to 6 Pacific, 5 to 7 Central Time. And I have run across a lot of political people on the platform who voice their opinions. And I ran across a couple of groups, and I still be friends with them and stuff like that. I surely do. I appreciate it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Starting to be spread out. You know, everybody coming in want to say good morning. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I do appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, if anybody ever want to put in a comment, they want to jump up, I will put up the QR code up top just so you can jump up. Other than that, I started off doing it. Nobody came up, so I kind of slowed down doing that. Really want to get into these topics and subjects and stuff that's going on in social media. And today I just want to kind of give a person a outtake of what I be seeing or kind of groups I run into when I'm on social media, like this group right here.
You guys like to talk about metro areas, like metro makes the whole goddamn entire state. When I say the whole entire state is poor, that's what I mean. The whole entire state, including the goddamn metro area. I don't know
Who
why
was
you guys want to talk about. I don't know why you guys want to keep talking about metro areas. No, that's not the whole goddamn entire state.
Well, and regardless, metro areas are making the majority of the money that then goes to taxes to support programs because there's more people and they're paying taxes. And we're paying for red states, period.
I wasn't embarrassed to spend on food stamp booklets though.
Period.
Because my family can work their ass off to pay into it. And again, like I don't understand what's the whole semantics around. Nobody wants to be poor. That's not what I'm saying. But if you have to get assistance, you have to get assistance. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm so confused on why people are arguing how we can't use something or people can't use something that they fucking pay into.
I just think that most people aren't like, I'm so excited to go ahead and have food stamps. And when I grew up in the 70s, it was very shameful to be on assistance. It was awful. And I was ridiculed and made fun of. And my life growing up was awful because of it.
Yeah,
I wasn't
food stamps either. I wasn't embarrassed on food stamps either. I remember when I was a kid though, with those dollar ones. You remember the dollar ones?
Baby, you know how much I used to go.
And then they used to make, hey,
Listen.
Patricia, they used to, and Yafi, they used to make fun of me. They used to have a song for us. They said, "Your mama on food stamp."
So, as you hear, we're gonna go back and forth into that because right now they're talking about food stamps and stuff like that, which is true for most people back in the day. It was frowned upon to have food stamps. It did show that you was poor and that you couldn't afford good living, you know what I'm saying? Even though you was buying the same things as everybody else, but once you pull out that book and you looking like, what's that? I do remember some cases going to the corner store looking at people. We didn't have food stamps all the time. Sometimes they came around. I'm not sure how I had them or why I had them. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a kid, it was like, here's some food stamps. Go to the store, get this real quick, get what you want type shit. Because I was very young. The whole premise of me showing this is just the amazing of the back and forth of the ridicule that you will hear on social media. Like I said, right now we don't hear it, thank God. But I was just in this group listening before I came on, and some of the stuff that I was hearing, it was just like, wow. Oh, hold on, let me bring this up and see what they're talking about.
Food stamp
still
scheme
live right now.
This person, you can look it up for yourself. This is a government site too. I got the other half to it, right? This person right here, this man in New Jersey, in Essex County, New Jersey, right, has created $3.49 million fraud, and he has a supermarket chain as well, and it created this fraud, waste, and abuse versus an individual that you're saying is committing the waste, fraud, and abuse. Right here, this the other half, right? A SNAP fraud benefits, $3.49 million. He had a supermarket chain. Right here, 2019. So all these individuals that you're talking about that's creating waste, fraud, and abuse compared to $3.49 million ain't shit. So again, businesses and corporations are creating a waste, fraud, and abuse in America.
It all adds up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But majority of it is coming from corporations and businesses.
Whoever's frauding, whether it be businesses, whether it be individuals.
So I agree. Why not just go? I agree. Why not go in and just pick them? Why destroy the whole program for millions of people that's not frauding?
It needs to be there to help people that need help.
I agree that it needs to be help. It needs to be there for people that needs help. I will agree with that. I have no problem with helping those who need it. But when you do have witnesses and evidence of waste, fraud, and abuse of it, it needs to be something done to it. I don't care if it's a corporation. I don't care if it's your next door neighbor. I don't care who it is. When they're wasting and they're abusing the system. Now, I get it. You know what I'm saying? There are circumstances where if the person, it's hard for them to get on food stamps, they're struggling, and they find a loophole to get on there. I get that. I understand that. And I'm not even knocking that, because yet again, if it was that hard for you to get on there and you found a way to get on there, truly you're on there for, you know what I'm saying, to get on there. But when you want to stay on there, when you have years of being on there, serving yourself and eating good, and then you complain that you went 3 days without food stamps and somebody starved, or how you hear some people say that, oh yeah, there was people dying in the street because the insurance is getting cut. It's just like this big ass exaggeration for this little bitty problem, which I am agreeing that it is a problem. But the escalation of the problem, saying that people are going to die if they don't get food stamps, or people are going to die if they don't get Medicaid, is ridiculous. Because before Medicaid was around, I think people was coming together and find ways to help cure themselves and do better. I'm just hypothetically thinking that, you know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I doubt that I'm wrong, because yet again, there has always been a medicine person that would help out the unfortunate. There has always been. Little House on the Prairie. What was the other TV show? Some Queen, the Medicine Woman. You know what I'm saying? They made shows, TV shows off of people wanting to help the unfortunate, especially in the doctor field.
So again, majority of these
They're
people,
not getting funded by the government.
hey,
about the
that's
farmers?
you. That's
What about the
you.
farmers? They're getting funded because Trump destroyed soybean crops for the American, because Trump's a moron. Yeah, I said it.
She's not a good
Yeah, you gotta be
arguer.
careful because they will flag
She,
you, man.
here's the thing. She's
Alright.
correct. She's just not.
Call
She's
whatever
just
names.
saying the wrong things.
That's true. But Sterner, what I'm trying to tell you is, like, you come up here and all you Trump supporters keep talking about me, me, me. It's not about you. We're talking about America, right? And so these people who are working every day need these resources, right? And I'm telling you that the Republican
That's the
want to
problem
pay
right there.
American citizens
That is a problem.
fair
You
wage.
thinking working citizens need a handout from the government. That's what be Republicans' argument. You
Working
don't
citizens.
need assistance from the government. Quit looking for the government to say, hey, look at me. I'm doing good over here. Can you hand me an award? Because yet again, it's some billionaire over there that's getting tax cut off. That's our argument. That'd be our argument. And then to say that me, I'm a taxpayer citizen just like anybody else. I'm one of the few people that you probably would look at, because I fit in on the bracket, that you think that I need assistance and that I need everything. That I probably should be on Section 8. I should be on food stamps. I probably should be on Medicaid and stuff like that, instead of finding a way for myself to get myself out of predicament, instead of looking at the government. Hey, government, you help me, instead of me trying to help myself.
Okay. So you think that working people shouldn't need like food stamps?
Need? I don't think we
Like
should
work-
need food stamps. I don't think, yes. If you, the way you just
Okay.
phrased it, I don't think working people should need food stamps. No, we should not.
What about people? Okay, so what is the minimum wage in your state?
12.
$12 an hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I got a calculator and everything. We're gonna put this together. So say someone has a job working 40 hours a week for $12 an hour. Let's
They
see,
make like 900 every 2 weeks.
12 times 40 equals 480 times 4. So get this shit out my way. So they make just under 2,000 a month, right?
So, like I said, they make like 900 a paycheck, estimately.
Every 2 weeks. So a month it would be
875.
1,900, 200.
You know what I'm saying? So
So take away taxes, because they're probably
took
like
away
bottom
taxes.
10%, right?
I just took away. That's what I'm saying. You make like 875, 900 every 2 weeks.
Well, I did this without including taxes. So if we take away taxes, it's about like they come home with 1,000, maybe 700 a month, right? 1,700 a month take home, right?
Yeah, 1,700.
Okay, 1,700 a month, right? Oh shit, where did my calculator go?
Oh,
How much
Lord.
is rent out there in Vegas a month? Like
for a one bedroom, like
900. So that's 900 from that 700 a month, right? Or 1,700 a month. How much are groceries a month for just yourself?
like 120.
120 a month?
Yeah. I work at a restaurant. I don't have to cook. I can eat at my restaurant. And I got, just you talking about me. So I got plentiful of restaurants to eat from.
Okay. I'll count like groceries because I do pretty much bare bone groceries, right? I'd say it's around like 500 a month, right? 500 I spend on groceries a month. So 900 for rent, 500 in groceries. Out of the 17,000, we're at $300 of spending room on just rent and groceries alone, right?
But the government doesn't count all of that. So you count groceries means absolutely nothing.
What do you mean? What? I'm talking about like bare bone necessities as like a living wage person, right?
Okay.
Or not
Yet
a living
again,
wage person, a
so
bottom
your
class
500
citizen.
is really probably like 300 for real, for real. Let's be honest. Like
300? I don't know. You go
$300
to
a
the
month
grocery
for
store.
one person. You spending $500 a month. Yeah, you want some nice, good stuff, and I understand that and respectfully. But on a
Well, I'm
budget,
including things like cleaning supplies, toilet paper, uh, paper towels, maybe
I don't buy
like
toilet
new
paper every
underwear or
two. I
something.
buy toilet paper every 2 months. So I like, what the fuck?
Maybe, I don't know. But
Maybe. See, that's what I'm saying. Over exaggerating.
well, I'm just talking because there's a lot of things included within like grocery lists, right?
Groceries is groceries. Cleaning supply, toilet paper does not count under groceries, Captain.
Yeah, it does. It's a basic
No, it don't.
necessity.
No,
Yeah, it does.
okay. Now, if
Toilet
you say
paper,
basic necessities, that's different
that
from
is
saying
groceries.
groceries. You can't eat toilet paper. You can't eat cleaning supplies.
Groceries counts as like basic necessity stuff, right?
Okay.
Like I'm going to the store, I write a grocery list. Your grocery list is going to be, oh, I need toilet paper, I need paper towels, I need cleaning supplies, right? That type of stuff is groceries.
And I
So
get
grocery
yet
list.
again, You're only spending for groceries, food, a month, single man, maybe 3. For cleaning supplies and accessories, you spending maybe every 2 months. Like, stop playing. You go get you one big ass bottle to last you because you're a single person. Now,
I'm just saying my grocery list is pretty bare bones, and I spend around 500 a month. That's food, cleaning supplies, which I don't buy a whole lot of cleaning supplies. Basic necessity stuff. My grocery list at the end of the month is like 500.
If anything, 300. I would say that sounds reasonable. 500 just sounds like you're buying high shelf shit. So okay, I'll go with that.
All right, let's go with that then. 300 then, right? Still, that's 12,000 out of your 17,000, or that's 1,200 out of your 1,700 a month, right? You
Right.
have 500 in wiggle room. What else would you be spending money on, right? Car insurance, depending on where you are. I know my car insurance is
How
a low
about
rate
catch
for
the
like,
bus?
well, then catch the bus. That's what,
$64
100 a
a
month,
month.
right?
No, $64 a month.
$40, $64 a month.
Yeah, like what? Like that's what I'm
Okay,
saying. You
okay.
about to jump it up to $100 a month. Is over. Don't over. Damn.
All right, $60 a month. You save $40 from like what I initially was saying. $60. What else do you need? Do you pay? Most places expect you to pay electricity and gas bills, right? Do you pay electricity, gas bills?
I pay electricity. Yeah,
How much is your electricity usually a month?
my electricity is like $30 a month.
$30 a month?
Swear to God. And I'm in a 2-bedroom with a dishwasher.
Okay.
Well, okay, altogether it's like $80 a month.
Okay,
For
let's
the-
say
for the
$80
whole
a
bill-
month,
for the
right?
whole bill. The whole bill is like $80.
Okay, how much is your car insurance out there? Do you have a car?
When I had my car insurance was $163.
163. Okay,
Yeah.
163 on top of the $60 on top
But
of
the
the
average Joe
$80.
person don't have car insurance or car note. Average Joe person is catching a bus. That you want to describe and that you're trying to say that's fitting under this food stamp thing is not driving, it's catching a bus.
You do realize most people in America don't have access to public transit. Like where I live, I don't have access to public transit.
Do you know
I
there's
have
more
to have a car.
people? Do you know there's more people living in metropolitan areas than there is out there in the bumfuck Egypt, like you?
uh let's see. Do most people use public transit? No, most people in the US do not use public transit. No. Let's see, have access. Have access. No, most people in the US do not have access. 45% lack access with service concentrated in large cities.
Okay,
So
stop.
that's just large cities.
You say 45% people don't have access, right?
Yeah.
So what's the other side of that percentage? Ain't that over 50%?
Do you okay.
Is that over 50%? Because I think that would be what 60% people in America have access to public transportation?
I didn't even finish reading because the answer says no.
You just said 45% of
Do you
people
want me to
don't
continue
have
reading?
access to public transportation, right?
Let's see. Byrne doesn't want to hear the truth.
I just heard you say that. You
Wait,
literally
I didn't
just said,
even. Wait. I
right?
didn't even finish reading. Hold on. No, most people in the US do not have access to high quality public transportation. About
Quality. What is
45% lack access, with services concentrated in large cities. So within large cities is 45%, right? Within
so
large cities,
within large cities,
45% of people.
45% of people don't have transportation,
Okay, now
access
let
to
me
public
continue
transportation.
reading.
Right?
So let me continue reading.
Is that what you just read, right? Because yet again, if you say
In
the rural county
large
area,
cities.
yeah, large cities, 45%. So over 50%
And that's
of
what
people, over 50% of people have access to public transportation because you said advanced, which is what the fuck is advanced public transportation? I never heard of that. That sounds like Uber, which is more expensive. I'm just talking about public bus transportation in the metropolitan area, which is higher, more people in there than there is in county rural areas. So yes, I will agree with you. In county rural areas, there are less people to public transportation. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, I will
okay,
agree.
let me continue reading. Let me continue reading. Leaving many rural and suburban areas with few options, although usage is higher among lower income individuals and minorities in those dense areas, while a large portion of the population live in metropolitan areas where some transit exists, reliable, frequent service every 15 minutes, and is even rare. With most Americans relying on cars in commuting. So, if we're including rural areas like where I live and where a lot of Americans live, right? There's little to no access, and that's not
And yet again, I said
talking
I
about
agree to
Uber.
that. I just said I agree to that. Just said it.
So most people don't have access to public transportation.
But yet again, when it comes to food stamps and stuff like that, your car insurance and car note does not qualify and does not help you. Like you can't even bring that up. They don't care. Because yet again, that's not.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Because if you're making like $12 an hour, you could qualify for food stamps.
When you
And
go
this is
when
the people that
when
need
you
food
go ask
stamps.
for food stamps and you try to say that I have a car note and car insurance, they don't care. That does not help move the needle to disqualify you or qualify you for food stamps.
Okay, that's not even what I'm saying.
I'm saying that. So when you
Okay,
sit,
yeah, if you're
why I'm saying that is for the simple fact that when you bring that up as in your budget, that doesn't mean absolutely shit. It doesn't mean nothing. You can add
no,
that in your
I'm
budget.
trying to tell you, I'm trying to show you why people would need food stamps. I'm trying
And
to
I'm
show
telling
you.
you, like,
The
and I
government
get
already
that.
understands this.
Yeah. So why would you bring up car note? Because I don't give a shit. That's your choice to get that or not. You don't have
I'm
to
just
get it.
breaking it down why some people would need help because some people aren't able to live off of their income.
Well, then I would say get rid of the car and go get you an Uber or go get you a bicycle or something. Go get you an
Uber
electric
is way more
scooter.
expensive than Uber is way more expensive than owning a car.
You may say that, but just saying. It'd be a lot cheaper. It'd be a lot more affordable for you to get back and forth to work. Then worry about putting
In
gas in,
Uber?
worry about car insurance, and worry about all of that.
An Uber would be more affordable?
Uber or Lyft would be a little bit more affordable, feasible for you to get back and forth to work. Yes, yes, it would. Unfortunately, you may not like it. You know what I'm saying? It may cut more into your pockets, which is true. But yet again, yeah, unfortunately,
That is not even true. An
But
Uber would
you-
not be more
what?
affordable than
How much
owning
you
a
pay for
car.
insurance? What is your car insurance?
It doesn't matter about my car insurance because
Oh
I
my
have a Hellcat.
God!
No,
What
no,
is
no,
your
no. I have
car
a Hellcat.
insurance? How much you pay for your car insurance?
No, my
I
car
know,
insurance is more expensive than normal
all of that
people's.
stuff, and it to me that shit doesn't matter what your car is. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I didn't ask you what your car was, did I? I did not. I asked you how much do you pay for your car insurance?
And I'm telling you, my car insurance is more expensive, like twice more expensive than normal people's because of the kind of
And
car that I have.
yet again, I prove my point. Thank you.
You did it. What are you talking about? We're talking about low income people. I am not low income people right now. If we're comparing, I'm trying to get down to the very bare bone people. Someone that would spend 1 to 2,000 on a beater car, and that beater car's insurance is like $50 to $100, right?
There's nobody
And
paying
depending
$50
on
to
where you are.
$100 in insurance for a piece of shit.
Yes, it is. If you're like, say you're out in a rural area, right? Some people's are like $100 a month for a
Okay.
beater, a cheap beater.
Right, yeah. Like I pay because I'm in a, you know what I'm saying, this drunken area 169. I get it.
If
I said that.
listen, if I this is why you're asking me mine, and mine doesn't matter because mine is 250 a month. That is like
And
twice more
yet
expensive than
again, no,
normal
that's
people's.
not twice as much. That is an average car insurance for a person around your age. Yes, indeed, because my daughter
No, it's not.
I guess my daughter just
No, it's
got I
not.
just got my daughter car insurance, bro. She was paying 3 something. Stop playing with me.
Does
Younger
she
than
have
you.
accidents on her record?
No, she does not.
How old is she?
Oh, now we got to go to the age. It doesn't matter. Around your age, very young.
I'm like 20. I am 25.
Yet again, around your age.
Yeah,
What's up,
see, your comments are
MJ?
saying 300. 300 is crazy. I mean, maybe it's because you're in Vegas.
MJ is not in Vegas.
Huh?
MJ that just put up that comment right here is not in Vegas. Hey,
I'm saying maybe it's because you're in Vegas. That's why it's so expensive because uh car insurance rates vary from place to place. Like
true
out in
indeed.
Vegas,
But the
yeah.
average car insurance for
And
a
she's
young
young.
person from 25 to 21 through fucking 40 is going to be around 200 some odd dollars for a decent car. Yeah, it is full coverage.
Oh, she has full coverage, so she has like a new car that she's paying payments on.
No,
So she has a paid off car.
yeah.
Why is she what kind of car is it? Is it a nice car that you would want to have
Bro, it's a
full
decent
coverage on?
car. You see how you have to
Wait, I'm
go
trying to
into
figure
all
this
these,
out because
you gotta
it,
go into all these little girly girl specifics. You know what I'm saying? Like what color I need my neon press on nails, what color I need my eyelash. All that stuff doesn't matter. All you want to know is the
yes,
average.
it does. We're talking
No, it
about
doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because yet again, actually, what you pay on your car insurance and you try to throw your car insurance clean out because of your car. Who gives a fuck what your car is? You chose to pick the car. People choose their car, and insurance go
No,
behind the
I'm
car.
telling you that this doesn't matter because we're talking about someone that would need food stamps. I do not need food stamps. We're talking about someone that is already living off of basic necessities that would need food
A
stamps.
working single military age body man that don't need food stamps. That's my point right there. That's my point.
What?
That's my
What
point.
is your point?
My point is most of us in America, middle age, military age, let me say that military age, young single man definitely don't need food stamps in America. Pull up by your bootstraps and get it like a man.
Hold on. Let me
Oh my
because you
God!
are
Now
just
we got it.
completely
Now we
wrong.
got to go to Google. Now we
Yeah,
gotta
yes.
Google.
Do you want to continue being wrong?
Go to Google. Come on, go to Google.
Okay.
Go to Google. Go to Google. See, y'all, this is what we call woke, because you're trying to sit up here and say that military age people need government assistance for fucking what?
So let's just say 400,000 a year. Or not 400,000, 40,000. That would be fucking insane. 40,000. You know how much I made this year? I made 90K this year. I am not the average 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old. The average 20-something-year-old makes around 40,000 a year. Our spending differences are completely different. That's why I'm not comparing myself to the average person that would like need some sort of assistance.
And I'm saying just because from 40K up to 90K, I don't give a shit in a rat's ass. Military age, single-bodied men who can get it out the mud, who can go out there and go get a job, don't need government assistance.
I just looked up how much does the average 20-year-old make a year, and
And
I gave you the answer.
and
you're
that's good. And that's good. And I appreciate those statistics. And I'm not knocking those statistics. I didn't say those statistics was wrong at all. Did I? No, I did not. What I am steadily saying and what I'm still saying is military aged men do not need government assistance.
Why?
What's this? What's this? Because then you get a bunch of whiny, bunch of boohoo. You know what, y'all? Let me do this real quick. We only 30 minutes up in
Man
here.
gets it a bit because he makes twice the amount I do, 2 jobs. So he works 2 jobs, and I make twice as much as him.
But that's not saying that he can't go out there and go find a better job either. That's not saying
Do you
that.
think that he wants to work 2 jobs? He would have just went if we're living in your world, he would have just went and got a better job instead of working 2 jobs at
Do you think
once
I
and
want to
still
work 2
making.
jobs? Hold on. Do you think I want to work 2 jobs? Do you think I
Do
want
you
to
want
work
to
2
work 2
jobs?
jobs? What do you mean?
Do you think I want to work 2 jobs?
Do you want to work 2 jobs? No, you don't.
Okay. So when you say you think no, I don't think he wants to work 2 jobs. But yet again, in a capitalism world, he has the options to go change his environment. He has the options to go find a better job. If there's not a better job at the moment, I do understand. I do get it. Times are hard. Times are not made good for everybody. But yet again, it doesn't mean that he needs to go out there and go get government assistance. It does not say that. What? He don't.
You think it's a good world where we have to work 2 jobs just to not be on government assistance?
I think because the choices that people make in life is the reason why people are in certain predicaments that they're in. And if you have to
If
need certain
he's
assistance,
still
there's
on
nothing
SNAP.
wrong. There's nothing
Wait.
wrong
He
with
works 2
getting.
jobs and he's
May I
still on
may I
SNAP.
finish my statement? Damn.
Your statement is stupid. Your statement is stupid. You are completely ignoring that even people working 2 jobs still can't afford their basic living needs.
If there's 2 incomes coming into the house, I said a single.
It's-
We said single. Now, yes, I would sit up here and argue with all day. If there's 2 of you in that damn house together, and there's 2 different incomes, yes, now we got a totally different argument. Now I'm going to get a lot harsher and say, hell no, you definitely don't. It's 2 incomes. Like, what the fuck? Y'all need to get together.
What if they're single?
That's different. Yet again, when we come to single, what I say, single military age men should not need government assistance, brother. Sorry, I'm stand on it. We should not need government assistance. Now, if we
What you're doing
need a
is
little
completely
help,
throwing out all logic. You are throwing out all logic and everything that everyone is telling you of how they cannot survive off of their income and saying doesn't matter.
the link is right here if you want to come up. Anybody wants to come up, the link is right up here. You know, come up here, state your claim. State your claim, and I guarantee that I'm going to still say that, yo, single military age man, boom. No, if you're in a household and there's 2 of you and there's a couple, no. Now,
Most
needing a
people-
little, now let me finish. Needing a little assistance for a little bit because yet you're going through a struggle because one of y'all lost a job, and you know what I'm saying, calm down on hard times. I have no problem with that. That's understandable. Things happen. Hard times goes, you know what I'm saying, comes. People go through things in life. But to stay on
41
it,
to 47% of US citizens that are in their 20s are single.
where do you get your, what? Okay, sure.
Just Googled it.
Okay, cool. So we're going to take Google for its word that Google is right. 41% of men in America are single. Cool. Great. 41% of men don't need to be on food stamps. The fuck you thought I was going to change? No, I'm not going to change.
What?
Still stay the same. 41% of military aged men in America do not need to be looking for food stamps and government assistance. Get
Do
it
you
out
think
the
that there's
mud.
any? Do you think? What is your criteria of people that would need food stamps?
And I
Like,
said
how
that
much
multiple,
should you be
and I said
making a
that
year?
multiple. I said no, I don't care about none of that. If you're going through some type
You
of
don't.
hard time, no, I don't care
I'm
about
listening.
your I don't care about your average and what you make a year. No, I do not.
Why?
Why? Because that doesn't. I don't give a shit.
Why?
I
Why?
don't.
Why should anyone listen to your opinion on this? This is such a dumb take. You don't care how much they make a year?
No, because that doesn't matter to
Why?
me of why you should get food stamps and if you need assistance because of what you average. So the job. So everybody that works at McDonald's, period, no matter how you look at it, dang, they got restricted. No matter how you looked at it, everybody at McDonald's, period, in all 50 states should be on food stamps just because they work at McDonald's. Just because that's a low income making job. Period.
I mean, most people working at McDonald's are on food stamps.
Okay. Sure. I said all. And I'm gonna give you and you said most. I'm gonna give you the credibility of agreeing with you once again and saying most. Okay, cool. Most. I said all. Just for the simple fact that they working at McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, just because they got these jobs, period. Fresh out of high school, they got their first job. They should automatically get food stamps because this is their first job that they chose to get. Period.
Why do you phrase that as they chose to get?
Because when you pick a job, that you kind of choose your job, don't you?
You do not choose your job. It is whatever you are able to get when you are an 18-year-old.
Don't you fill out the application? So ain't that you picking where you want to work? You still have the option to choose. You still have the option to choose. You still have the option to choose if you want to work there or not, right?
Huh? You just put in multiple applications. You put in so many applications just to get hired just to get lucky and get a job. And it is no. You don't choose your job. Stop. You don't choose your job.
You still have the option, yes.
You do not choose. You don't have any options. It is whatever will fucking accept you as an 18-year-old. You don't choose to work at McDonald's. That's like the only job that will give you a position is McDonald's when you're an 18-year-old.
So when I was 18, you're trying to tell me my first job had to be McDonald's, and you know for a fact that McDonald's was my first job because I'm the only type of job that would hire me.
Where are you working right now? Where are you working right now? Answer me that. Are you working a fast food job?
Hold on.
What does
or a
it
restaurant
matter?
job right now?
What does it matter?
It does matter. It does matter. Because I don't think that you. I don't think that you want to work this job. I think you would.
Military-based people, and now you want to switch the. Now you want to move the goalpost. Stop moving
because
the
you are
goalpost.
above military age person. You should be more qualified to get other jobs, right? This is a lower bar of entry for you.
Yet again, stop moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I am bringing the goalpost closer to you.
No, leave it right where it was at. Stop moving it. Because yet again, when you move it,
then it's more in my favor. Sure, we'll leave it where I'm at. All right, let's do it then. Let's leave it where it's at.
You said, quote unquote, people that worked at McDonald's, period, just because they work McDonald's should automatically get food stamps, yes or no?
I did not even say that.
So here's my question.
That's why I said
hold
yes
on.
or
Can I interject
no.
for a second? I might be able to help out a little bit. Okay.
Yes or hold on. I just need a yes or no. Period. It's real simple. Yes or no.
But that's the thing. Not everything's black and white. Yes or no. There's a lot of things that have a lot of gray area, and that's the problem. So I'm trying to minimize the gray area.
You know how I get. So right now, I don't want the gray area. I just need a yes or no, and then we can look at the gray area.
Okay, hold on. Just ask your question. I'll answer it yes or no.
Just ask the question.
You said a bunch of different things.
Everybody works at McDonald's should automatically be on food stamps because they're working at McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell and stuff like that.
I'm kind of curious of the answer too. Like I have my own take on this, but I'm going to say my take afterwards.
I'll say no because there's a nuance in an answer.
Okay, go ahead, MJ.
Okay, so the only reason I'm going to say no is because as a long-standing fast food employee, I have been working at a Wendy's on and off for 15 years. Collectively, if I put all the years together, it would be around 11 to 11 and a half. Last time I did my calculation. So I have a good bit of fast food industry work. I would like to also preface this by saying I have worked jobs at a zipline tour guiding place where I am high altitude rescue training. I am deep water rescue training, safety certified. I am CPR certified. I have several credentials that are in my wallet for factory and warehouse work. I have done jobs from $36 an hour all the way down to $7.65. So I have a lot of like spread, right? I have gotten food stamps throughout the entirety of it, other than when I was doing 3 jobs holding I believe the income was like 36 and some change afterwards for an hourly rating when I put it all together for the jobs, right? That cut me off of food stamps. That's the only thing that's ever cut me off of food stamps. When I say no to the question, hold on one second.
A dog barking or something.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We're just gonna keep the party going.
No, it's my 12-year-old trying to act like he can get loud, even though I've asked them all to keep it down and just watch the movie at hand. And I understand, even if you're right, you keep yourself calm because you are the oldest. You will get targeted because you are the oldest. Anyways, so the only reason I say no to the question at hand is because you have a small percentage of fast food workers that do make over what I would consider today's minimum wage for standard of living, right? You have what the government considered standard of living, and that forces people into needing SNAP and cash benefits and help and going to pantries and this and that and the next thing, sacrificing the people that are legitimately unable to get things and help because it's all been taken up by the people who don't necessarily need it, but they feel like one step and they're down in that homeless level, right? So in order to get rid of it, I feel like SNAP should be given to everybody underneath that base level line, which I know everybody's got a different opinion on it based off the state, but I know I am based in Ohio. So for instance, our minimum wage is like, I want to say it's like $8.65 or $8.80 something. It's tiny. It's low, dude. Yes. I wish I was lying. It's dumb low. It's posted up on our wall. It's posted up on our wall in the back, and it's changed every year to update. And it's the minimum wage. I'm pretty sure with tips is like $3.95 an hour.
Minimum wage.
And then without tips, I'm pretty sure it's like under $9.
Ohio minimum wage is $11 an hour.
When did they change that shit? Because I got people getting paid under that, and they showed me the paperwork stating the minimum wage. So I'm gonna have some issues. But no, I mean, I can look it up. I believe you, KP. I swear, I believe you. Hold on, back up just a little. 1070. Okay, so that would have been the increase late. Okay, so that would have been this year, the one that just implemented. That doesn't go into effect until the next range of increases, which would be 2026 after this December.
Those increase of $11 an hour starts January 1st, 2026. So starting
exactly. So up until that, So I think 2023, it was, I believe. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been at the actual minimum. But for me, I'm at the minimum for managers because they refuse to pay me more. Even with 15 years experience and running the store as if I am the lead of the store, the general manager, I still get paid the base rate as if I am just a supervised, like a lead, almost like that's what they call it in factory and warehouse. But in the restaurant, technically, it's considered just a shift lead or a shift manager. So
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I know some people don't, so I'm explaining for viewers as well.
Yeah.
I stream a lot, so I know how to do all this. All right, my bad. But you have a very few that hit above that threshold that make 20 to 24 an hour because they're good at their jobs. Those people, I don't feel like should have the opportunity to have SNAP, because if they're already that good at the job, if they apply themselves and move forward, like you're saying, into a better opportunity, that's where we get into what Damon was saying here, where you are given opportunities based off of what people around you see. Other times you are steered somewhere because that is the availability and your skills at the time, especially as an 18-year-old fresh out of school. Your options are fast food, factory, warehouse, or something that's an internship where you get either pennies on the dollar or you get paid next to nothing, right?
Right.
Where you get paid nothing.
And then even with those jobs, even if they give you incentive for being there, right? Even if down the line you're going to make mad money,
so let me
you
ask
still
this
have to
question
worry
real quick.
about school, because most of the places that give you internships are
So let me
also.
ask this question real quick. Do y'all think that an 18-year-old kid, just because he has a job, I'm not saying that he's living by himself or not, because it doesn't matter. You know,
It does because
It matters a whole lot.
I'm not going
yeah.
to say it doesn't matter. Listen, listen.
It matters a lot, though. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Listen. The reason why I'm saying it doesn't matter, because at the age of 18, it varies, because some live by themselves, some live with parents, some live with roommates. So therefore, I don't want to categorize that part of it to break it all down. I just want to hear, at the age of 18, and I got a job at McDonald's somewhere, do you think I should qualify for
I got it. Hold on. Let me put it in perspective for you, okay? Your daughter turns 18. Are you going to trust her to go live with a family member, live with you, live by herself, or live with a random roommate that she found on, a post because she needed to live near college? That's my question for you. If that question doesn't matter, then I'll go ahead and agree that the question that we're asking don't matter.
Now she's going to college?
18, she's moving out. She's leaving the house at 18, and her 4 options are moving somewhere closer to the school with a roommate that she found off some site, living with a family member, living with you in the house and driving back and forth, causing her more stress on school, or living by herself and not knowing, if she's going to be safe.
Living on dorm?
No, living by herself.
That could be anywhere.
It could be that's just a living by yourself. That's just by yourself in an apartment, could be a house. That doesn't matter, because it's the same criteria, because you're still going to have outside risk, right? And you won't have the family member, you won't have the roommate, and you won't have you. So that puts her isolated by herself, puts her with you, puts her with a random roommate, or puts her with a family member. And all this questioning already tells me right now that the question we've asked has already mattered, because you're giving it so much thought. It lets me know right there. That's why they give the insurance question. You were like, well, why does her age matter? Do you understand that the insurance, the price will change based off the color of the car, KP?
I get that.
That's
true. The color of the
Yes.
car, the age of the person, how many accidents they're in, how the driving record of their mother and father, if they are on the same
amazing.
Insurance company.
And I get that, but it's amazing to me that I asked a simple question of just wondering.
Wait. It's not a simple question.
Nothing is a simple
just
question
say that
anymore,
it's a simple
KP.
It is a
question.
simple question. Y'all want
Hey,
to make
hold on a second. I'm not the type to do this. Hold on. I don't like to leave people out.
Let me
Homie
finish.
has
Let
been
me
in here and
finish.
hasn't even
Let me
got to
land
say
my
what's up.
plane. Let me land my plane. Huh? Let me land my plane.
John jumped in. I don't like to leave people out. He's been muted the whole time. Let the man at least introduce himself. He's sitting here listening to us yap. All right.
Oh, that's John After Heart.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? How everything going?
Hey, you
Oh,
know,
Come on,
brother.
Johnny.
Heated debates with KP. I'm sure you've been here before.
What's your name?
Mine?
Yes, yours.
You can call me Doc or MJ.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Doc, man. What are you guys discussing right now?
A couple of different things, but mostly
Affordability.
affordability of SNAP. Oh, look at my baby.
Okay, it sounds like it. It sounds like you guys are talking about food stamps and is it necessary? I mean, are we discussing the criteria for food stamps?
If
Well,
it
yeah, that's
matters
what we're
first,
talking about right now.
and because KP feels like some of the criteria doesn't matter.
What criteria?
For instance, living alone, living with a family member, or living with a roommate.
Does he feel like you should get it or you shouldn't get it?
Okay, this is
Depending on
my
that.
argument. This is my argument, Johnny. Military age men, single
So
men.
18 to what is it? 65?
No,
55?
41.
Is it 41?
40?
Oh, they're trying to increase it. That's what it is. They're trying to increase it. My fault.
I think right now it's 40, 43 is the last age you can join the National Guards or something. So military, well, I'm gonna say 35, just to keep people on a level silver head. We're just gonna say 18 to 35. Military age men should not be on food stamps.
Why not?
Should not be needing to be on food stamps. Not looking towards to be on food stamps just because I work at McDonald's or Jack in the Box or some kids.
Technically, the only people looking for food stamps are the people that need the help.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then we need to be arguing. We need to argue about military pay then. If that's the case, because honestly, military don't get paid very much.
I mean, we're not talking about even military people. We're talking about.
We're not talking, military people. We're just talking the age of when you can be drafted, basically.
So hold on, let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Johnny. So what we're talking about is Byrne believes that anyone from the age 18 to 35 shouldn't be on food stamps, and I'm saying that is ridiculous because most people fall within their 20s, especially. Fall within a tax bracket that would put them into eligibility for food stamps, right?
Right.
And I was trying to break it down to them, like, say someone is making this much a month, right? And here's their monthly expenses. You're going to need some sort of assistance because you cannot afford to live without that assistance. And most people within military age a lot of them need that assistance. I'm not one of them, but I'm making the argument for people that do need that assistance.
Yeah, I believe that's a very good age bracket because that's the age. Between those ages is when you're trying to figure things out.
It's when you're making most of your mistakes. Like after 18 to 25, it's when you're making most of them. Like you're trying things that you think that your parents were telling you because they just wanted to be controlling. You find out that it wasn't that at all. They actually had reasons behind it. They just didn't know how to explain it because it's been so long since they made the decision. Then you find out your own ways of doing small things and, step after step, build your life.
Well, not only that, you're building up, that's why
skills.
When we were talking about McDonald's, right? Like you choose McDonald's. That's why I'm saying you don't choose McDonald's, because when you're at a young age, you have no work experience and you're getting whatever job will hire you. You have no experience. You have no resume. You don't have a college degree. You don't have forklift experience, you don't have welding experience, like whatever experience will get you a job that will pay like in your $20 up an hour, right?
And even if
usually $20 up an hour.
Even if you have the skills, no, you're good. Even if you have the skills, like you got people that come from a farm, been on the farm, can show you how to weld, whether it be TIG or like more complicated types of weld. They can show it to you that they have years and years of experience and be far better than people above them. But that intimidates the older workers. So they made like certain guidelines to make you have. That's why they say you have to have a certain amount of years of experience on the job. That's where that came from. It's because older workers were being outshined by younger ones that had many years of experience being taught by grandfathers and fathers that were getting shown up. So they finally buckled down and they're like, look, how do we save our own jobs? This is how we do it. Instead of letting the talent actually flourish, they are literally stomping talent out on repeat. It's the same reason why they keep building things to break. It's all about money in the long game, and people don't understand. Like it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, young people get shafted out of jobs more often than more experienced older people.
I mean, KP, you see how like I am with people. I'm very social. I can communicate well. I'm good with computers. Even with all my experience I have, I can show them so many credentials. I can show them my setup, how it runs. I can literally send them anything they need to validate what I can do. But because I have not been to college, because I started a family and decided to do that and work 2 jobs rather than, do anything else, I don't have the ability to walk in there and be like, look, I'm better than your best coder. Let me go ahead and get a shot at it. And they won't even give you the time of day without the paper, because that's what they made it for. Because they know there's people like me that spend their entire life doing things behind the scenes that end up building their skills, and they don't want that. They want somebody on paper. That way, if something goes wrong, they have the paper trail behind it.
But also, it's insurance behind it too. Like the sad thing is, like, you can't insure somebody if they don't have the proper paperwork and credentials behind them. Right. Yep. So insurance wise.
No, he cut out, but he's 100% right. Like the insurance cuts back, like we were saying, all the factors 100%. Like, for instance, the whole having a certified welder on there rather than somebody that came from a farm. If somebody were to end up having an issue, not only would they have the credentials backing it up to state why they made certain decisions, like if something were to happen like that, they wouldn't be able to just throw their hands up. I don't know. I was just taught by my dad. He told me to do this way, So I get it, but at the same time, you have to have a certain level of entry that isn't years of experience. You got to have something entry level if you want to inspire people that actually come in and do what you need them to do. And most people that come into restaurants, fast food, for instance, they start in that thinking later on they're going to own their own restaurants. Most of the people, if you talk to an 18-year-old that's going into a fast food place, tell them what their thought is. They're either using it to get to another job, or they're like, I'm learning my stuff now to do serve safe so I can do this, and eventually I'm going to own my own restaurant, and I need all this from the ground up in order to have a good one, right? You can't get people that are motivated the same way.
So, I get what you're saying, and y'all can't say that I sit here and I didn't sit here and listen to y'all talk.
Absolutely.
And I get all of that, and those are wonderful points of view. My argument is military age young man that's still coming out of high school, that's going to go get a job, who's living no matter where, should not, first of all, be just put on food stamps. That is not a good mental work ethic to give a young man who's out here hey, you know what I'm saying? You're out here, you get it. I understand it's hard. I get it, it's hard. I get it, it's tough. I get it that life ain't fair. But just to say that, hey, life ain't fair. Hey, here's this fucking card over here. Here's the government. Who most of us will agree that we don't like the government. The government is run too much. The government does too much. We don't like this part of the government. We don't like that part of the government. You don't like the left. You don't like the right. We don't like something about the government. There's something out there we don't like about the government. But yet again, we're quick to say we don't like the government, but yet again, we want the handout from the government. And I get it. We pay our tax. Yeah.
No, hold on, no.
Nothing right
now.
No,
hold on.
You're saying nothing.
What you're saying, KP, is you're throwing out completely all of it. So what you're saying is, if a tsunami hits fucking California, if California or fucking Florida gets hit by a tsunami, let them motherfuckers do it themselves. All right, we don't need to help them at all because we don't get nothing from them, right? Or do we? Right?
It's not what I'm saying.
That's the same shit you're saying. Throw life to the wind. That is circumstance you cannot change. Can you physically change natural disaster? No. Can you change the way life works? So if you're saying a 18-year-old's parents both just fucking died, they go straight out and get a job because they fucking are fresh out of high school or didn't even graduate, and you're saying that they shouldn't feel obligated to get a little bit of help to make themselves get through it to where they find either their skills or motivation in life and what they want to do? Bro,
now, yet
what
again,
the
I
fuck?
said earlier, I said, when it comes to circumstances in life, yes, I do understand going to get help.
But that's the same
What
thing we're
I'm,
talking about.
what my
Everything was lined
argument,
up.
Yeah,
my
that's literally
argument
all we're
is
saying,
not
Vern.
to
That's literally
go
the whole thing we're
straight.
saying. Everything is circumstantial of life, things that cannot be
But
controlled.
yet again, my argument is not to go straight out there and look for an assistance. And I'm gonna keep saying going straight out there and going for assistance because yet again, that's what most people arguments are. If I go back, I wish I could go back to the TikTok and listen to most people talk when they talk about food stamps. Oh my God, 18-year, 19-year-old.
Nah, you looking at those exaggerated videos of the girls that got like 7, 8 damn kids. Or
I'm not.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with
You know what? I'm
200
glad you said that
things.
because I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back to TikTok.
My life, wow.
Back to the live stream where we were just
You're proving exactly what he just said.
You're 100% proving.
We're gonna go to TikTok. Well, we were just saying, where you getting your information from?
Videos where I'm listening to live people who have their own opinion. That's a big difference from somebody having their own opinion. Just like we sitting up here.
And there's a difference. Like no.
Let me finish.
It's not an opinion at a certain point. There is societal standards that are forcing.
Hold on. Let me land the plane. Y'all like I let y'all land y'all plane. I let y'all do, but y'all don't like the black man.
It's not even that.
Why y'all don't like the black man landing the plane?
That's all. It's because you're throwing everything out the window and placing different words in there and acting like it's different, but it's not. You can't cover it with fucking lighter black paint. Call it anything other than black. It's black paint. I'm a, you know, like I don't know how to explain it to you. I could paint it lime green and then paint it over with dark green. It's still fucking green, brother.
Yet again, I can say that military age young men should not be looking towards government assistance. And what's wrong with that?
We're not saying they're looking towards
young age man.
We're saying they're being forced into it.
What?
Stop.
Let me land the plane. No, let me land the plane.
You had like an entire.
You said the same thing
hour
a bunch of times
to land this plane, and you've been saying the same thing over and over, not addressing what we're saying.
I don't want to mute nobody. I want to keep it open mics and everything like this, but y'all gotta let the person land the plane because I sat here and I timed it for 7 minutes and let y'all go. Bang. And both of y'all went back and forth. So I'm just saying, let me land the plane. Let me finish the whole statement so y'all get the whole trash. Like
it'd be fine. You can land the plane. Just get the motherfucker off the ground first.
Okay.
That's true.
Like I don't know how else to play.
I gotta go through baby steps with people because
hold on, fine. Land the plane. Land the plane.
I'm muting as well, money. I got you. All right, 7 minutes.
Shit, like gosh, now you like my blunt. I gotta like my blunt to this. I can waste 30 seconds. It's okay. No, my argument. No, for real, straight up. My argument is just the fact of the matter is we shouldn't be looking and pointing in a direction like, look at her. As soon as y'all get of age to get out here on your own, don't be looking for an assistant. Really try to get it here out the mud. Now, if you go through any of them circumstances that y'all want to bring up, and it does happen because life happens. I'm not knocking life happens. Life matters. You're a young man, you got 2 kids, and you want to get it on your own, and it's getting hard because you got to take care of 2 kids. You get an assistant. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm for stuff like that. But when I say military age young single men, which is what he said, 40% of America, because 40% of America around that age is single, shouldn't be looking for an assistance, bro. That's just, to me, that just sounds ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? These are chances, like you say, make mistakes. Try to better yourself. Go out there and do what you need to do. Don't go out there and look for the government and say, hey, government, I'm out here. Help me out. No. There are too many valuable things that you can go out there and do and mess up in life that y'all have already named that I would agree with y'all that I'd rather for you to go do and fuck up your life than just saying going to the government. And then when the government doesn't fulfill your need, You can go around and say, oh my God, the government didn't do this, the government didn't do that. Since I was 18, since I was young, the government was never there for me. And then now the government is always bad. I don't want to vote. My shit doesn't matter. And all this stuff that normally young age people complain about, especially in this generation. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you're under circumstances, I'm going to say it again, if you're under circumstances that y'all have put out there and presented, that happens in life for real, go get you some food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Help yourself out. But yet again, do not try to stay on it until you're fucking 50 when you started off when you was 18. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's just a little bit overboard. That's that over exaggeration that I'm talking about. That's like, no, we got to cut that out. And now if y'all don't agree with that, then hey, y'all just don't agree with that. And I understand. But I'm for trying to get more people off of government assistance. Let's do whatever it takes. If we got to get more jobs, we got to create more jobs, we got to whatever, you know what, whatever you guys have up your brainstorms. I'm down with that. I don't give a shit. Whatever it fucking takes to get that 41% of you single motherfuckers out here spinning and bending, put it on TikTok, get your ass off fucking government assistance. And I land my plane right now.
I want to say two things.
Yes, sir, John. What's up?
First, I want to say there is nothing wrong with getting help. Rather, if you're just starting out or you're in a terrible predicament, it really don't matter. Like if someone is 18, they're about to get out on their own, the first thing they should do is get them some food stamps if they don't have a job. Because that same government assistance, which they will be on temporary for about 6 months at a time, will help them not think about getting food for them next 6 months so they can focus on getting them a job, or depending on where they are. And they don't got to hear their mom or their daddy talking about them eating up all the food no more. They pitching in. They helping out. Another thing, you got to think about rural America, like places that don't really have nothing, right? We talk about trailer park homes, right? That people barely got cars, and there's only one Walmart within the next 20 minutes away. So everybody can't have a job. So in those areas, people need food stamps. They need government assistance to help keep up that place, to help pay their temporary assistance, their rent. Why? Because they're in a situation or they can't afford to even get a job. If you want to look up a place that's like that, I'm thinking about a place I think in New York. It's called Niagara Falls. It's one of the poorest places in New York.
I know some
and a
small
couple years ago, they barely had.
I've been in towns where there've been small places where it was only one Walmart.
Yeah,
I've seen those.
Come on, man.
Those towns. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there.
Right. So, okay, cool. So you understand it, and not everybody could get out. What I would recommend is you taking a class on sociology, because that will definitely open up your eyes to these social classes that they have out here. Just a lot of them.
I would
and not everybody can break through the barriers.
You know what? And I would go do that, and I guarantee. And I promise you. And I'm open. And I listen to this. So people don't say that I don't listen, because I do listen. I got a good story of me listening and understanding something was wrong, and it changed my outtake of a person. I told the story twice. I told the story last night. Go check out the last night's show. Amazing show. I think I did.
I'll be honest. The amount of times I've seen you go and realize something on one of your shows is awesome. I love seeing somebody do better and learning and trying to better their understanding of life and other people. I have traveled very far, not for my own accord, just because I think I told you guys this on the last time I came. I transported people for rap, hip hop, and R&B shows. So I did a lot of traveling and talking to people because I didn't do the music at the time. I just traveled. I got to smoke for free, a lot of socialization. So I talked to a lot of people and got a lot of outlooks. So most of the stuff that I've gathered isn't just my outlook. I do have my own personal opinion, but when I talk like this in a podcast setting, it is all of my views that I've built up from my years of conversating with so many people. Like, if you guys want my personal opinion, I can give that as well. But this is what I've built and understand as, like, because of the way my brain works, half ADHD, half autism, it finds efficiency until chaos erupts and then my ADHD takes over.
Yet again, I have a lot of life experience. I have been through plenty of states. I have been, like I said, Missouri, Kansas City, Washington, California, obviously Nevada, where I stay at now. I have been in Texas, New Mexico. I have seen states that people, you know what I'm saying? I have been.
And then being on here, you get to see people internationally as well, right? So like I've traveled to Canada, down to Mexico, all across the United States. I get it. That's what I'm saying. But like the perception is a little different because like your home base is very high end compared to most people. So your view is going to be on the upper end of it anyway. Like what's your guys' minimum wage here? Like 17?
No.
What's your guys' minimum? I know some places are insanely high. Is it 12? Is that with the increase?
Look at fact check over there. Look at what boy fact check.
No, I'm kind of curious because like there is some actual places like DC is crazy high.
The minimum wage in Iowa.
What is the minimum wage in Iowa?
Because there's some places that's crazy high.
Why are you making fun of me for looking it up?
Right, we like to know information.
I'm just giving you props. My God.
But you guessed wrong.
$7.25 an hour.
What is it?
$7.25 an hour.
Federal or state?
State. $7.25 an hour.
That's why I said some are really, really high and some are really, really low. So you got to think you're $12. That is almost double. This is almost double, brother. You know what I'm saying? So like your end of the like thinking is going to be a little swayed. Even if you have that experience of talking to people, you're only taking them at the value that you're giving them, which is on the lower end because you're up there. You're like cutting, even though you don't realize it, everybody has a small amount of bias. That's why I'm at Ohio. I am a midline. I am a baseline almost across the entirety. From what I've looked at averages, Ohio is almost in the dead center. And it is extremely telling
you can change that, right? You know, it's possible to
100%.
Right. So,
100%. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's not.
Okay.
I'm just
so in that case, then when it comes to just like you said, like if you really understand to going out there and I'm trying to get it out the mud. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't.
Here, I got a couple of things I wrote down while you was talking, if you don't mind. Unless Demon got something. I'm kind of
No. Go ahead.
Okay, so you want people to not have the ability, like you basically don't want them to use the assistance because then that lets them know that it's all on them, right? If they succeed, success, right? Wonderful. If they fail, failure. Done. Like we all know what that means because this is a podcast that can only use so many words, right?
You can say it all. We open. We on Rumble too.
Okay, look, I'm just making sure. I don't want to get you banned on anything. You got one end of the spectrum with no help from the government. If you take it into your own hands, there is two options. Either you succeed in life and you get everything you want, or you starve, or your family starves, or you end up having nothing and you're done. You're not here anymore. That's how life works. Either you succeed or you don't. That's what you're putting it black and white. Because otherwise you have to give all the in-between a way of actually, like, you have to give it thought. Right?
Well,
right.
Can I input on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, success in and of itself is up to whoever that person is.
It's perceptive,
right? It's perspective. So,
my perspective.
Like we gotta ask ourselves, what is the baseline of success that we're talking about? Like, where are we trying to get people to? Like, what type of success are we basing that off of? Because
John gets where I'm going.
I just quoted, everyone's success looks different, and that's not a problem. See, Capiche, you got to be okay with people being okay that they just want to live off of government assistance. If that's what they want to do, let them do that. Let that be their free will. If they want to live on government assistance and they want to not do anything, cool. Let them get the crumbs.
They're going to be stuck.
If they don't want to get nowhere, if that's where they want to be, let them be there.
But for the ones that actually, like you're saying,
something up.
Yeah,
I bring something up real quick.
Yeah.
I just did a little bit of research right now. So if we want to talk about people that are within low tax brackets, and we're talking about young men, right? Let's talk about it then. The suicide rates for young men are extremely high, right?
Huge.
And lower income men are at way higher of a risk of suicide.
It's like 63% higher or something like that.
And if we're talking about young men, it's higher. And we're talking about military aged men and people that already are struggling and shit, taking away these safety nets. Like, I'm bringing up the suicide rate because this shit does fucking matter, right? And we're already in an extremely bad climate where men, and especially young men, have it so much worse off now, right? We're talking about suicide rates right now, taking away some young men's only safety net. Like, it would only lead to worse outcomes, right? And the amount of old boomers telling young men just pull up by your bootstraps, as you keep on saying, is extremely frustrating to young men, because it totally ignores all of the things that young men go through. Just no opportunity for young men, and there's just so much there. Okay, go ahead.
I have to. On that point, since he said something, the whole grandfathers telling everybody to pick them up, so by their bootstraps. Do you understand how much money you have to make today to equal the amount that our grandfathers were able to buy a house, support a 3-person family, buy and maintain off of one income, by the way, buy and maintain everything that they had and collected? Do you know how much on average? Real quick, look it up for me, Demon. It's I believe it's the differences between incomes in the last 90 or like 80 years or whatever it is, because that's like the last generation, right? Like 90 years back.
And we also have built wealth over time. Young men can't afford homes. Shit, I make a lot of money.
We haven't built wealth. Technically, we've built debt that has looked like wealth, because everybody borrows from the borrowing, and they don't realize this is just stacking more debt until everything eventually collapses, and then everybody go after each other and all that pretty stuff that they be buying, because that's how it's going to end up working. Because
that's the issue. Like, we got to change our perspective of the American dream. We raised the bar to the standards that men have to hold themselves to a little bit too high, and we need to lower that. We need to lower the values that we put into not only the money, but also the picture of success that we're trying to paint. We got to lower that value. We got to say, yo, listen, as long as you're making X, Y, and Z, you're okay, brother. You're successful.
Here, let me say this, because this is fucking crazy.
Yep.
You would have to make around $587K a year to be on the same income level as the average boomer as a young man.
And here I am with my 2 jobs, walking 45 minutes to one, an hour and 20 to the other, and barely getting food stamps just because I have to skim by so my kids don't starve.
So $587K a year compared to what a young person in their 20s usually makes, around
a paper boy back in the day. A paper boy, brother.
Yeah. And this is because also with the increase of standards of workplaces, right? Mm-hmm. That boomers just never had. like we have to work in factories and shit.
They had factories, but like they were a lot more loose about shit. Like if you got it done, you got it done. You didn't have to do it a specific way, the harder way, the long way.
Well. To be honest, also every job was valuable.
Yeah,
like, the janitor didn't make more than the guy that was running it.
The managers back then made more, but it was like
maybe
very
a little bit
more. It was like a K more, maybe a little more than a K, like just a little bit of hey, here you go, thanks.
Let me add on to that. This is because, and this is why I fucking hate old people, because you know who they voted for, these boomers back then. You know who they voted for? That it's the same thing that I'm not going to get into it, but they voted for Reagan. This is all because of Reagan. This is all because of Reagan.
Yep.
Boomers, they created this. Boomers voted for Reagan, and that's why young men
and there's still no accountability for it. You still see all of them denying it. It's crazy how they deny it. Like it's like they'll take that shit to the grave, brother. It's insane.
Do you know what caused it? They voted for Reagan. Reagan created the largest wage gap in history that continues to grow today. Where before Reagan, a CEO would make around 20 times more than their employees. You know how much more they make?
Like 320,000 times more or something like that.
It's around like 2,000 times more a CEO would make than their employees on average. In some places, it's disgusting. Like 4,000 times more than their employees, or 10,000. This is because of Reagan. This is why I fucking hate old people that voted for Reagan and continue saying shit like pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You know what I was doing back when I was a kid? I fucking hate that shit. And then young men today have a high suicide rate. More of us are in poverty income levels. And this is why I fucking hate. Sorry, Bern. This is why I fucking hate the argument.
For one, you're not talking about me because I didn't vote for Reagan. I wasn't able
I know, but I'm saying this is why I hate your argument of men just need to get out the mud. Young men,
bro, you can work 5 jobs and still not equal what one jobs would have back in the day. Is crazy.
Young men are buried in the mud right now. There is like no making it out the mud.
That's not the point of pulling yourself up by the bootstrap. That's not.
No, you're telling us to create something that's never been created. You're telling us to do something that's never been done. You're telling us to work so hard that listen.
MJ.
There's a point.
MJ. That's not what that means.
So what
meaning to pull yourself up by the bootstrap?
I understand what you're saying. Yes, it's a phrase of work so hard that it doesn't matter. I understand. If you need to go look it up, that's fine. I don't need to.
How the black community says in the hood, get it out the mud.
Yes, I'm aware of what get it out the mud is.
Lucky rappers that fucking blow up out of all circumstantial odds.
And most of them that sold their butthole in order to get there. Let's be honest, fellas. So that I'm not gonna take with nothing. You got me messed up.
What are we talking
about? Fellas. I let y'all talk for a nice minute. I was quiet. Why every time I talk, y'all gotta cut me off? What's wrong with y'all?
I know why you're sitting there quiet, and I know what you actually about, and you want to go back and forth, and you just sitting there so you can have your 5 minutes or whatever. And it's all
no, because y'all be making y'all point.
Here's the thing: you complain about us interrupting, but then you go on like a spiel saying absolutely nothing. You said, "Here, let me land the plane," and continue to say the same things that you were saying the entire live stream.
Like, if I have to, I will go ahead and type out exactly what you're going to say in this next spiel, and I promise you.
Go ahead. Come on.
I'm saying, go ahead and get out the mud. This is what you've been saying the entire time, Bern.
Go ahead. Type what up.
Your argument hasn't changed.
With all the information that we said, what do you have to say now?
Money. Oh, he walked.
I'm listening. I could hear you.
You're good. Hey, what's your name on here? Because if I send it to him, he's gonna see it and not touch point. So I'm gonna send it to you, and you can copy and paste after he's touched his points. Fair?
You know what? I'm gonna go to.
Just remember who you're fucking with right now, because we've done this several times.
Bro, tell everybody we got the same birthday. So what it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Libra is as Libra does. That's why I'm doing this, because I understand how to shut myself up, and this is the only way to do it. I'm just trying to get to the level with me. Like, you literally have repeated the same thing the last 3 times you've spoke. You have hit the same 4 points.
Yet again, because I was making my argument.
And you said you wanted to land the plane. You landed the plane, but now you're going to sit there and say
that. Now we're talking about,
you're going to say
about the
things.
definition of pull yourself up by the bootstrap.
Okay, peace. You hear me?
Friend request.
Give me
How can we pull ourselves up by our bootstraps if CEOs make 2,000 times the amount of the regular employee who is trying to feed their families, paying rent, having to pay for car insurance? Like, how is it possible for me to just work one job and be okay? And then if I go to college, there's no telling if I get the job that I want to get with my degree that I have. So that's not even.
I do apologize. I gotta mute for a second.
So
guys. Be listening.
So how can we make this thing happen? Like, how can we get back to a place where where you could work one job 40 hours a week and still feed your family? How can we get back to that? How can we do what Trump said as far as make America great again before Reagan? I don't know.
And getting a terminal illness. Outside of those 2 things, everything is surmountable. You can
make sense to use that as an argument, but in
I
general,
will not call you a gaytheist.
Okay, in general, the point that I would make here is that toxic masculinity is kind of an overexpression of certain masculine traits that we see in this certain context to be harmful. We're not saying all masculine traits are harmful or it's harmful to be a masculine man. It's certain characteristics that we would associate with masculinity.
Trait do you think is harmful?
Yeah, like for example, an overexpression of stoicism, and I think that a lot of red pill people.
What?
Wait, hold up. Let me explain. I said an overexpression.
How can stoicism ever
be overexpressed?
Ever be a bad thing? Explain to me.
Yeah. So again, if you were to specifically hide your feelings and put them underneath, specifically for like say the death of a loved one, I don't think that would be harmful. I mean, positive specifically for you addressing your feelings in that circumstance. I think you should address those feelings, talk about them, express them to loved ones and people that are comfortable. You're comfortable around.
That doesn't mean you can't still be stoic.
Well, then what do you mean by stoicism? Because I'm talking about an overexpression of keeping down your emotions and not expressing them.
That's not
like
what stoicism.
Actively, positively address.
He's finna break down the definition of great reference, not the true definition, but a great reference to pulling yourself up by the bootstrap.
Stoicism doesn't mean you have to be an emotional, Spock from Star Trek. That's not what it means at all. Stoicism means that when you're dealt a tough blow in life, you're able to reach inside yourself and deal with it in a strong manner, right? Which is a good thing. I always quote to my kids, they can all tell you the speech off by heart. There's a scene in my favorite films were the Rocky movies. The first 4 were great. The 5th one was a turkey. The 6th one came back called Rocky Balboa. And in it, Rocky's son's in his 20s. He's a spoiled brat. He hates being Rocky's son. He's whining about everything. He's kind of pretty woke, weak, whiny, moaning about his lot in life. Telling, woe is me.
I already knew the clip before he even mentioned it. I knew what clip was going to pop up just to let you know.
He says life is tough.
It's the same one that's been going around for like the last year and a half or something like that.
If you want to win at life, you've got to learn. It's not about how hard you can.
How is this a year and a half? This just dropped a couple of days ago.
No, the clip, the Rocky clip, or however long the movie's been out. Ever since that goes out. And that's what started. I know. I'm listening. I'm just letting you know the Rocky clip. It sparked this a lot.
Get hit, get back up, and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
No one's arguing against that in
Right.
general.
So that's
right?
stoic, but that is that is stoicism.
So, but you're misunderstanding my argument. I'm saying an overexpression of watering.
That's what we mean by pulling yourself up by the bootstrap.
No,
When
hold
time
on.
get,
Hold on.
Stop! This is not relate at all to what we're talking about.
I said the definition of pull yourself up by the bootstrap.
And
When
he
you said
failed
that-
at it
Now,
so
let
hard.
me finish. Let me finish. Before y'all fucking nut on yourselves and I have white stuff on my damn screen, ejaculating ass people.
Bruh, hold on.
Calm down.
Bruh.
Calm down. Take a breather. It's okay.
We are fine. What we're trying to get.
Say it again. Let me finish. Before y'all fucking ejaculate, have white stuff on my screen. Like, calm
My
down.
God, get
Breathe.
on with it, Jesus fucking
Baby, I
Christ.
guess you gotta catch some stuff
Enough
here.
with the gay references. Jesus.
Ain't no gay reference. Shoot.
I didn't say nothing gay.
No, he was just talking about us getting excited. That's why I said my wife's gonna catch it, but
anyway,
go ahead,
Oh, get the
KP.
fuck off of me.
Well, there is a hey, baby, what you doing?
The meaning I'm saying by that, the reason I brought that up is put myself because I get that time is gets tough, and I understand that we have a system and stuff like that. Totally understand, which I said over and over again, which, like I said, y'all tired of hearing that. But when we say reference like that, we're not just saying just, you know what I'm saying, if you don't make it, just it's over. We never said that. We never said if you can't go get it, you know what I'm saying, don't. What like I said in the beginning, it's just we shouldn't just be like here. We should be trying to present other options. And then what I said, your options earlier was cool. There was nothing wrong with your options that y'all said to putting us up by the bootstrap.
So here,
let me. Doesn't mean try to fight your way up against somebody that makes more money than you.
No, 100% it doesn't. But this is what it's saying. All right, and I'll read you specifically what everybody in the world is going with when it comes to the reference of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Okay. Pulling yourself up by your bootstraps means to succeed or improve your situation through your own efforts, relying on self-discipline and hard work without outside help. The phrase originally describes something impossible, like lifting yourself off the ground by your own bootstraps, and is now often used critically to suggest unfair burdens or praise self-reliance in American culture. In today's culture, you are societally set up to either fail or succeed based off of several factors: opportunities, circumstance, personal gain. You cannot change two of them. So pulling yourself up by your bootstraps only works on the one that you need in the life today that we live. Without opportunity or circumstance lining up with your hard work, you get none of the fucking thing.
True.
That's what we've been speaking to you this whole time, KP.
If that's the case, then there's not young millionaire makers out there, young age millionaire makers.
They took advantage of other people to get there. They ran a scam. They did something immoral, irregular, illegal, and they got away with it, whether it be through
or
law
just pure luck.
All of them, all of them,
yes,
or
majority
are we
of
talking about a few?
There are only a handful of millionaires or above.
Hold on,
that actually
hold
got
on.
it themselves.
Okay.
Very
True.
little.
1%. You are talking about the 1%.
No,
you
you're
think
talking
that
the 1%.
it'll
Of the
talking about
1%.
1%.
You are talking.
It is 1%. It is 1%.
It is less than 1%.
Do you think that everyone, like this 1% that are just millionaires, are the only people that pick themselves up by their bootstraps?
So millionaires are just 1%. So there's not younger millionaires in America.
1% of Americans are millionaires. Yes, it is.
Here,
I
let
think
me
it's
read
even
this.
under 1%.
Hold on. Let me give you this.
Hey, check this out.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Easily. while the numbers are not exact, because obviously there is debate going on varying the meaning of help, right? There are many self-proclaimed made millionaires, between 70 and 80%, meaning they didn't inherit their wealth from another person via whether it be trust or death or their other. But citing there is only less than 20% that have earned it without using a steady workforce they did not create themselves. Meaning you probably have 3 or 4 that have actually gotten to the billionaire status. The millionaires, you're probably looking at like between 15 and 20. You have 3 or 4 billionaires that have gotten to that point.
Okay, nobody said billionaire.
I know. I'm just stating on here. But you're talking.
I just said millionaire.
I know, but you're talking
thousandaires. Thousandaires. You know.
And there are how many millionaires? Let me check.
Thousandaires.
Thousandaires. There's people that got 100,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000. There are people out here.
There are 58 to 60 billion millionaires in the world, and it's saying that of those 70 to 80%, there is 21% of those that are what they consider to be on the list for the conversation of actual self-made with no help.
Hey, if we're talking about thousandaires, as you're talking about, I think you're talking about fucking
most rappers
like over 1,000 or over 100,000, right? If we're being
100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people that generates wealth like that.
Only 18% of Americans make over.
So you got 20% plus 18%. I mean, those. But the thing is y'all act like it's not possible. Y'all act like it's like 1%. Y'all saying it's 20%. I'd rather have 20% than no percent at all, to where I can't even say that it does not exist. Like,
I would like to add, you do understand that this is electronically. Most of the people do not have this kind of cash. It is all debt built up and stuff that they borrowed from borrowing, correct?
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, so the actual people that actually have the amount of cash is 0. You know that, right? Like, it's 0. Fucking 0. Goddamn, right, 0.
I need y'all to get your last words out. Last thoughts.
Well, my wife wants me to go wrap Christmas presents. I've been just making sure we understood the hard work doesn't matter unless you have an opportunity or a situation pop up that is completely out of your control, right? So that means food stamps to stay. They're like, based off of that logic alone, like without, like, you cannot line it up on hard work alone and make it somewhere. So why not give people the help to give them the ability to get over that $100,000 threshold, right? If you do not give those people the help, like, what's to motivate them other than starvation? You want people motivated by starvation? That's how you want your society ran? Let's go back to the caveman days. Let's see how that's ran. Because motherfuckers going to come up in your cave, smack your head, take your fucking lady, take everything you got, and they're going to have themselves a new fucking cave. Let's fucking go. I'm down. I'm small, but I'm down.
Money Demon, final thought.
Like, that's what society is, what it is, because of the way that people fucking decided to make it. So, like, that's eventually what it's going to be anyway. Fucking everything's going to collapse because everybody borrowed too fucking much. Nobody has the money to give to anything anymore. And everybody's like, fuck it, we might as well steal anyway. Then everybody's going to start stealing. Everything's going to collapse. Everything's going to go into anarchy. And we can decide to wait to see for the nukes to blow up. You know what I'm saying? That was over exaggeration, but you know, like it's going to happen.
Else get their final thoughts in, MJ.
No, I just wanted to make sure that like we got that. You know what I mean? Like, hard work is fine, and I want people to work hard.
MJ, let somebody else get their final thoughts in.
Here, I'll say my final thoughts. So, I agree. Most of the success in America is based off of circumstances, right? And there's very little amount of just pulling yourself up by your bootstraps that you can do. And there should be a safety net for people that don't have the right circumstances. And I disagree with the notion that people, military age men, can just pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Of course, it is a percentage, but if we're looking at people that, like, say, fucking people that make over 100,000, you're telling me that only 18% of people actually pull themselves up by their bootstraps? I don't think that pulling yourself up by your bootstraps is a great way of looking at people that need government assistance. And I guess I'll just leave it there.
Mr. Johnny, you have anything to say, sir? All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the jury, I appreciate everybody coming by. This conversation was wonderful. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we need to have more different. I appreciate MJ coming through. I appreciate Money Demon coming through. Appreciate Johnny coming through.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I've been kind of distracted with the kiddos.
That's okay. I'm just on my final thought. Understandable that situations do happen, and I feel like I can agree with everybody on this panel that your situation come in life, which, like y'all trying to say, is over 60% when it comes to the percentage. But yet again, if your percentage and you're in that predicament to where, yes, you need some type of system because it's hard out here for a pimp, then yes, go get you some food that try to get you some assistance. But don't use it as a crutch. Don't use it as a band-aid and try to leave it on yourself when you heal and when you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Try to, get it, you know what I'm saying? Do good, you know what I'm saying? Find a better job. Get yourself away from just the average Joe jobs. I know it may be hard. Can't do it in the first 5 years. It may come in another 10 years. I understand life is hard. I get it. You know what I'm saying? We still should try. Don't forget, we're men. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're here for. This is what we're made of. We're tough. We're not little whiny little pricks, stuff like that. Other than that, y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until the next time, this is the Burn Live Show, where we burn through conversation, trying to ash out common sense. I appreciate everybody coming through. Good night. Bye-bye.